The way you pack for long-term travel will have a huge impact on your sanity on the road.
When you're living out of a suitcase, you will be confronted with many challenges, and you can either prepare for them or let them completely destroy you.
And as we are currently preparing for our next long-term trip, we wanted to share our best tips that we learned from making many mistakes in the past.
Hi, I'm Zoe.
And I'm Simon. And since our first trip together over a decade ago, we've taken every opportunity we can get to travel, explore new countries and try new food.
Morning!
Hello. Put your bag in here. Laptop. Liquids. 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 Laptop.
1 second.
Liquids.
I totally got it. Just sorry guys.
Left sock in here.
Give me 1 second.
Laptop. Liquids. Liquids.
Nobody likes stress at the airport. So when I chose my backpack, I tried to make sure that it has an extra compartment for liquids and also an extra compartment for electronics. So I have my liquids here in this transparent bag, and also my laptop is stored safely at the back of the bag, and I can just quickly grab it at security. Also, the number of liquids you can take is limited, and also the volume of it all is limited to 1 liter. So I try to go for everything in its solid form. Actually, let me show you. So I have my nifty little soap box in my toiletry kit, and in here I have my shampoo bar, my conditioner bar and also my face wash. I just cut them all to fit in here, and yeah, the soap box is very practical because it also keeps all these soaps nice and dry. Also, I think these bars will last you way longer than liquids. So this shampoo, for example, is supposed to give you as much shampoo as you would find in 2 big bottles of shampoo. So that's also nice. A nice alternative to the soap box would be something like this. This is a bag from Matador, and you can fold it at the top so it even gets smaller and smaller as your body wash gets smaller during your trip. And I'm also taking this solid body butter with me, so I don't have to pack any body lotion. So this can also go inside my backpack. Our next tip is to always bring your little Zen oasis with you when you travel, because you never know who is sitting next to you in the plane or who's sleeping next to you in the dorm room, and I saw that.
Didn't say anything. So you should always prepare to isolate yourself and to dull your senses, not with alcohol, but with handy little gadgets. For example,
earplugs. These are our favorite ones. They're soft foam ones. Or also you can use AirPods, just or like any noise cancelling headphones, to listen to music while you mute your surroundings. Especially on a plane, I feel like these noise cancelling headphones make such a difference. Like every time I take them out, I just realize how loud it is and how stressful these noises can be.
And then of course, if you want to sleep, for me the best thing to have is a sleeping mask, which is very handy to basically sleep anywhere you want. I could sleep right now as well.
Oh no.
Sorry. I forgot we were doing this. So these come in all shapes and sizes, and the ones we like best, they give you enough space inside for your eyes to open and close, so that your eyelashes don't rub against the outside basically. And they've got these handy little molds inside.
I think you can search for 3D sleeping masks and you will find those. And they also look like you have a bra on your face, which might be entertaining for your fellow travelers. While traveling, nobody wants to waste time packing and unpacking their bags, or also trying to find stuff that you know you've packed but you just don't know where. So it's very important to keep everything organized, and we have a few little tricks for that, so you waste less time and can spend more time exploring. First of all, what I find really handy while traveling are transparent bags. So I can see everything with one little glance. I know what I've packed and I know what I have in which bags. For example, this is the medical kit, and I can just see what's in it, and that really helps while searching for stuff. It's quite simple, but it really helps. What I also really love is my hangable toiletry kit. You can just hang it up, and as you see, it's also transparent. And in there, I have more transparent bags for my necklaces and my earrings. I just like to see what I packed. And also, of course, you can't do a packing video without mentioning packing cubes. They're a staple. We use them every time, and I like these compression ones. They just have 2 zippers, one to pack your stuff in, like you can access your stuff, and then one to compress your stuff. So this is already compressed. And normally I just use one packing cube for every type of clothing, like one for my underwear, one for my t-shirts, one for my pants. But recently I've switched it up a little bit, and I just have one packing cube for underwear and pajamas, and then I have one giant packing cube, or you could also call it a hangable wardrobe, that I found very practical on our trip to Italy. You might have already seen it in our first Rome vlog, and I just really like traveling with it. So let me show you. This fills up half of my suitcase, but I think it's worth it. So let's pretend we're in a hotel room at our destination right now, and I need to unpack my suitcase. So to unpack all of my clothes, I will just need to get this out, unzip it, unpack it, decompress, and then hang it up. So you also have an extra kind of shelf where you can put things in once this is in your wardrobe. But yeah, I think you have a really good overview in here. You have everything in your closet within 1 minute. So I have all my shirts up here, then all my warmer kind of tops here, and also a jumpsuit, and then bottoms down here. It's quite easy. And then in here I will maybe put my pajamas or my underwear. I don't know if I will ever travel without this again. I just think it's very practical, and I will link it down below, even though this is not sponsored, we wish. But I just like it.
When you're packing and unpacking your luggage hundreds of times on your trip, there will definitely come the time when you'll notice that you brought some things that you've just never used. On our first backpacking trip, we brought these sleeping bag inlays. We did actually use this once in a night train in Vietnam, but that was the only time we used it.
And it takes up way too much room for one use. Like if it's a small thing, you may think about it, but we bought 2 of these big travel sheets, and it was just too much.
So of course this depends on you know, the type of accommodation and the type of transportation that you choose for your trip. We only stay in 5-star hotel rooms, so for us this is a bit unnecessary, but no, it's we don't.
So instead you might want to bring some things that you can use for different purposes instead of just one. So for example, I have this scarf here, like this. It's like a tunnel scarf, and it warms your neck when you're traveling, especially on a plane. That's nice. But it can also be used as a hat. So it might look a little bit ridiculous, but as you already know, we don't care. So yeah, if you're on a hike and your ears are cold, you might also use it as a hat.
Yeah, we should probably only resort to this in emergencies.
And also I've got this nice bag here, which I will use as a laundry bag on our trip, but I can also use it when I need a backpack or a tote, like a beach tote or something.
And the same goes for bigger pieces in your luggage, for example shoes. We like to bring one main pair that we use during the day for exploring a city. We try to bring some like these trail running shoes that you can also use while on a hike, for example, and they will have just a better profile here at the bottom, so you don't slip and fall and then your trip's over. Traveling can be pretty taxing on the body. And the key to a long and happy and successful trip is reducing all of those annoyances like getting cold or mosquito bites or being completely dehydrated. So of course you need the basics like a good insect repellent and also some sunscreen. These are pretty obvious. And if you do get bitten though by mosquitoes or other insects, there are some things you can do to prevent further damage from happening. So one thing we got is this interesting looking device, and you press it and it emits a small spark from the tip, and then you can press it onto the mosquito or insect bite, press it a few times, and it's gonna stop the bite from getting worse and from itching. And we've used it a couple of times. It's pretty good. Maybe not the most comfortable thing to use, but it'll get the job done. Another tool in your arsenal should be cream that you can put on insect bites. Always helpful. And to prevent us from getting sick in airplanes or in other situations where the AC is keeping everything freezing cold, we like to use this saline nose spray, which will keep everything moisturized in our nose. Because if your nose dries up, it's a breeding ground for germs and bacteria, and this is a pretty helpful tool against that. And last but not least, you've got to stay hydrated and you need some electrolytes. These are of course very helpful if you do happen to eat something that you shouldn't have eaten. Also on very hot days, just to stay hydrated, to replenish your body with electrolytes and to feel fresh and nourished.
One of the biggest challenges while packing is always to decide which clothes to bring. And what I've learned from previous trips is that it's always nice to have a concept of which colors to bring, so all your clothes match together and can be combined with each other. And also with accessories and bags and shoes you're bringing. So for this trip I have decided to go with black, beige and white, and then just add in some more colorful pieces of clothing just to make it a bit more fun. And then when you have all of this as a base, you can add more layers like pullovers, socks, tights, and also maybe some packable jackets just to get you prepared for cold weather. For this trip we have packed a packable rain jacket. I don't think we need our packable puffer jacket because it's not going to be that cold, but I hope with all of that we're going to be prepared for everything. We really hope these tips will help you pack for your next trip, and we will definitely be using them when we leave in a couple of days for our next big adventure.
And we will definitely not go insane on that trip because we are so well prepared now. If you want to see videos of that upcoming trip, give us a like and subscribe, and they will be coming very shortly from a new place out in the world.
From future Simon and Zoe.